Welcome back to another episode of The Portable Couch with me, David, Andrew. That's it. No one else. No one special.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on, stop. Stop.
We're stopping.
You record the video.
Okay, we are running back.
Ethan, you're dead.
Ethan, you're dead.
My bad. I iced
back,
you, bro. I iced you.
Yeah,
But yeah.
now the camera can't save you, dude. What'd you just say there?
Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Oh no.
Okay. Okay, so like when I eat cereal, I want to eat cereal.
Well, welcome back to the Portable Couch with our first guest. Really important. Oh, good wow. Wow. And David and Andrew, losers. Yay. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. I don't know if I'm gonna put that first part in the video, but a little mishap before this. But all good. All good. I don't even know how to start a guest episode.
Well, welcome, humble viewers, and welcome, guest speaker. Would you like to share your name and everything?
What? Oh, hi, I'm Lily. Also very special person in the eyes of God, at least. Okay. Anyways, thank y'all for having me. I know David from school. I'm very, very excited to be on the Portable Couch. I've been a fan ever since it started. And I've watched almost every single episode. So I'm excited to be on this one.
Almost.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't do scary. I'm sorry.
That was a fun episode. But all right.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Okay, I am curious. This is my first question. I had to ask you. Why did you watch all of their podcasts?
That's a good question.
Oh.
Ooh.
Because the content's good. Because the three
yeah.
dudes are awesome.
What was I thinking? I'm just kidding. You're talking a silly or serious answer? Because to be honest, David mentioned it. I was like, oh, this is kind of legit. And then I watched the first episode to be supportive, but low-key actually good. So
Really? You watched the first episode and thought it was good?
yeah, because I'm kind of okay. In all actuality, I really like that it's not Christian. You know what I mean? Like y'all explained in the first episode, but you guys are Christian and you get to talk about everyday life. But in a sense, everything you say influences or it's influenced by how you view God. I don't know. I just liked it. It was very chill, and I mean, I'm friends with David for a reason. I vibe with you, God. I don't know. That's the only serious answer you're getting.
I'm glad we got one. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go. Another one for Jesus.
Another one for Jesus.
Another one.
Okay.
Another one.
I also thought you guys were a little goof, gives me more content to make fun of David for, yeah, it's great.
One criticism, like not criticism, but it's just like our personality. We're like chill people, I don't know. Maybe you're like tuning into the podcast, thinking, man, I can't wait for some exciting adventures with these three boys, which we do have, but it's just gonna be, this is gonna be us. I don't know how to explain it. We're just mellow fellows.
Oh yeah, like I listen to y'all on my commute to Arlington, so I mean, like super chill, love it.
Let's go.
Why do y'all seem surprised? Like I'm scared. Like, did you
I'm actually because you're like, I don't know. I've been talking. If you feel like the only one who does this, the only one who does this.
Yes, I am you guys' only fan.
We'll take it.
Oh, what am I doing here?
She's on this hill with us. Well, we haven't done an episode in a while, actually. I think our last episode was 4 weeks ago. I think 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, before Christmas. So a lot has happened. New Year's has passed, Christmas has passed. So we just want to catch up, you know. So how was y'all's New Year's? Any vacation, anything like that? We'll go with Andrew.
Me first? Oh,
Actually, I was wondering why Andrew first because
I mean, why?
kinda-
He's on my screen. He's the first one.
He's got a story. He's got a story.
Oh well, okay, fine. All right,
Well, I
Lily,
think
how was
he
your New
does.
Year's?
oh, Lily doesn't have a story.
I do not. Yeah, it was pretty good. Family came over. We gambled a bit.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty stereotypical Viet New Year's, you know?
What is this? There's a stereotypical Viet New Year's.
Yeah. I think so, right? Without the
Okay.
alcohol. Okay, story done. I'm ready for Andrews.
Wait. What's the what's the stereotypical
Okay.
Vietnamese New Year?
Eat food, family-friendly gambling, you know what I'm saying? Thing
That's
13.
every-
Yeah.
You guys do this? All Vietnamese people do this?
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, not us regenerated Vietnamese, you know. We don't gamble or we don't drink.
Okay.
We don't have meals. We don't have meals with each other.
The usual hot pot. I'm pretty sure y'all talked about that one episode. You know.
We talked about
Okay.
that?
Hot pot.
Dude, she knows more about the podcast than we do. Like,
Am I
Wait.
actually obsessed? No way.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. Let's go. All right.
Okay. No, yeah, it was a good break with family, and yeah, nothing else really. Yeah. Who's next?
New
Who's
Year's
next?
all right.
My popcorn.
Sure, popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn.
Sweet. Ethan, you got a story?
Oh no, I don't got a story. I'm also
Perfect.
like you. I got the typical Asian New Year's, you know,
what does that look like?
watching
Yeah, we're not Asian.
Yeah.
watching the Dallas countdown, and like when it drops, we just get the sparkling cider, the sparkly juice. I like the sparkly juice. It makes me happy.
Okay.
And it fizzies in my tongue. And what else I saying? What happened? And then
So
I forgot what happened after that.
I don't know how this works. Do y'all usually like raise your hand? No, you don't raise your. I don't know. I have a question. Wait, so I had no idea you were Asian. Like I legit thought it was an inside joke that you're the token white guy. So like,
What? Really?
yeah. So wait, hold up. So
Wait,
you're
what?
Viet white? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it
Oh.
looked. I thought like the perspective, like people see me as like a white dude, and then like, oh, you're Asian too. That's kind of cool.
Okay, so like percentage wise, you would put percentage of which one you think you're more.
I'm like 75% Viet and 25% white.
Oh, okay.
That all
So
that
you're-
25 went to my looks.
Yeah. The first will be last. The last will be
The last will be first.
Something like that. I don't know.
Okay, got you.
Oh yeah,
So your mom's mixed, right?
Oh yeah, she's mixed.
Gotcha.
And yeah, and my parents made me. Okay.
Good.
Okay, and then after I drank the juice, I went to sleep. You know, and that was my New Year.
Okay.
Are you sure it was juice?
Yeah, you,
Like you talked about like the feeling and how it felt good, and then
Yeah,
after you
whoa.
drank
Really
it,
good.
and you don't remember
Felt
anything
really good.
afterwards.
You just knocked out right after.
Okay, to be honest,
Yeah.
New Year's is. I just see holidays as just another day. I don't like. There's no special occasions like unless it's Christmas or Easter. Those are different. Those are like Jesus holidays. So
What
I
about Reformation Day?
Yeah, Reformation Day. Wow. Didn't care about that. Hold up.
yeah. Maybe I'll add that, but not now. And yeah, I don't know. It's just the only thing I did differently that day was the end of the day, which was just drinking some sparkling cider and hanging out with the fam. It was just chill.
Solid.
What do you want? Go,
You're
David.
popcorning. Oh, okay. Okay. My New Year's, I was in Cali. We drove to Cali for the New Year's, or near the end of the Christmas, and then into the New Year's. So we were in Cali, and I just slept like before the countdown. I don't do the whole countdown thing. And so I just slept around like 11 or 10:30, and then I woke up. The next day, I hung out with some friends and family. So that's it, really. Nothing, no fireworks, nothing like that. No countdown. So
All right.
Is that the real
Let's
context?
get it,
And
baby.
then, like,
Good story, good story.
you did other things, right? Like, you went to a retreat.
Andrew, we just want to hear your story, bro. I'm just kidding.
Shut up, David. Let's get to Andrew.
Retreat? I'm joking.
No. I want to hear about David.
well,
Oh,
okay, fine. All right. So I went to California afterward. After California, I went back home. 2 days later, I went to a retreat in Austin with our friends there. It was a good retreat. TFTI. This guy, I told him about it, and he's like, "Wait, you actually went? Like he wasn't gonna go or something? Like he was gonna go?" And I was like, "What do you mean? I thought you had your own meeting or your own retreat." And he, anyways, I was so annoyed because I was like, "How you gonna say I didn't say anything?" But whatever, I said something. Ethan clearly remembered I said something. But anyways, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say something. Okay, you could have come. You could have came. Okay, it's just you. Okay. Wow, the lack of attention for me. Wow, you dished on our seminary date. You dished our recorded podcast episode. We were supposed to set up an episode, and you dished me on this retreat. What?
Not in front of the guest. Not in front of the guest.
No, the guest
We'll
has to
cut
see
that part
everything.
out. We'll cut that
It's
out.
normal.
Transparency and vulnerability is a thing.
Authenticity.
You have
You
a
know, I've been
defense?
wrestling with some stuff over here, so you know.
Can
Oh,
you
your turn then.
explain?
Oh, my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, what are you wrestling with?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What are you wrestling with? Exactly.
No. Okay. Christmas is always fun. Get together with my family, eat good food, and then we did this is the first time we did white elephant instead of like buy each other gifts because there's like too many of us now. So we just kind of buy like one big gift, put it in the thing, and then white elephant. The next day I built, finally after 2 years, one of my Lego sets that I've been sitting on. So it's a Star Wars AT-AT. I want to look that up, and it's like 6,000 or 7,000 pieces, and it took 4 of us about 12 hours to make. And so that was a lot of fun.
Like 12 hours
And for
straight.
12 hours straight, yes. So that was a marathon of a build. We put on all the Star Wars movies and stuff, and it was fun. Then yeah, I didn't do anything for New Year's. I had like the next day we had a prayer gathering, so I was like still working out some of my things on my end. So I stayed late into the night figuring that out because that was like the next day. So other than that, I missed a really cool retreat in Austin. That was unfortunate. I wish someone would have told me about it, but I didn't know. Yeah, and then so this past weekend, I went to a winter retreat for college, career, and families in the Northeast. So I was in Pennsylvania. And this is the crazy part because there might be some Northeast people watching. If you're watching, yo, shout outs. Thanks for watching.
Thanks
Subscribe.
for watching, guys.
I hope.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Was okay. So when you're my age, and you're single,
Whoa, where is this going? We're already going. We're going back. We're going back to that topic already. It's been one episode. One episode.
No. Hey, let him speak. Let him speak.
It's funny. Yeah, let me cook. You know, some of the pastors, they get not interested, but they're like concerned, I guess. And they're like, you know, why are you single or whatever? It's time to get married or something. So I've had pastors from that region come talk to me and be like, yo, what's up? So like one of them was at my house one day because you know he's traveling and stuff. And then he's like, "Oh, Andrew, do you have a family yet?" I'm like, no. Like, you know, do you have anyone special in your life? I'm like, no. And he's like, "Do you need help?" And I was like, no, no. And then he's like, here's my card. And he gives it to me. And he's like, you call me. Okay. And I'm like, all right. I'm not gonna do that, but thank you. Thank you. And another one that I know, he like calls me, every once in a while, asks about like seminary and stuff. And then at the very end, he's like, okay, why aren't you dating this person or whatever? And I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. And he's not even like at the point where he's like, oh, are you looking for someone? He's just like, why aren't you dating? Like, and then he like name drops people, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not working. It's not happening. So I go, and then one of the guys that picked me up, and we stayed at his house, and he took care of us. Really awesome dude. Like, I don't know, his love for the saints and his sacrifice was like amazing. But yeah, he asked me the same thing. He's like, okay, how old are you? You still in school? Like, no. I'm like, I'm working. And then like, yeah, I'm 30. And he's like, what? It's like, you have a family or anything? He's like, no. And he's like, all right, we'll do something about that. So everyone's like, move here to DC or something. And I'm like, all right, whatever God wants to do, that's the Christian way to answer those questions. And then the kid, or not, they're not kids, they're like college and career. Like they start coming and they're like, hey Andrew, it's the last night, and they're like, you got anyone coming? Is anyone waiting for you back at home? And I'm like, no, like, yeah, like family, friends. Like, no, like someone like special.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, not in the way you're saying. And then they like immediately turn to each other and they're like, they're like whispering and stuff. And they're like, what's your age range? And I'm like, all right, I just give them the half your age plus 7. And they're like, okay, what is that? 15 plus 7, 22. Like, so 22. And I'm like, no, whatever. So I'm like talking to them about that stuff because we talked about it on the podcast before. But yeah, they're scheming over there too. Yeah, my mother, my Austin mother, also she went, and so she called me like when I was there, and she's like, so anyone catch your attention? I'm like, Jenny, what are you doing? And she's like, you know what I mean. And so they're doing all that type of stuff, right? I come home, I tell my parents about my trip, and my mom's like, Andrew, I'm going to start like pushing you to get like married now. And and it's like, she's like, can I have your permission to do that? And I'm like, no, you do not have my permission. She's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do it anyway. My dad's like, I've been praying for you since you were 21 and stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, parents, it's not working. So like,
man.
dude, like everyone's on it right now, and I don't understand.
I don't understand.
No, okay, I mean, I understand, but like,
okay, no, I understand.
like,
But...
the theme of the camp was like surrender, and
Oh.
like, bro, I surrender my singleness. If God wants to use that for the kingdom, then let him use it. If God doesn't want that, and wants to send a helper, that's cool too. But like, I surrender, right? And then now everyone's like, no. Like, go get it.
Take it back. You don't want
Gotta get that. So yeah, that's the funny, interesting like relationship aspect of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah, I got a lot more to say, but yeah, if you got comments on that, go for it.
wow. That's quite the story. Yeah, no one can talk that.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You got grilled there, dude.
Should we be concerned? Is it concerning that we're not concerned?
Hey, Andrew, do we have your permission, dude? To get you married as fast as possible.
Hey, if you are watching and you're subscribed, you have my permission to, I don't know, do whatever. You want to push me, you want to make fun of me, you want to do whatever, you have my permission. But you got to be subscribed. Okay, that's like the first tier Patreon levels, right? Like make fun of Andrew for his like relationship status.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking out for you.
But yeah, so that was that's that. But then another interesting thing that happened was I was supposed to come back home on Sunday. So then we record like on Monday, right? But as soon as I land, like the guy who like was taking care of us, TV and Jenny, they were there, and they're like, "Hey, what time are you going home?" I'm like, "Oh, Sunday at 6 p.m." Like, no, that's not gonna work. Go change your flights to Monday. And I'm like, okay. It's like we're gonna go to the Bible Museum. We're gonna like hang out in DC and stuff. I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'll do that. So we do that. We come back on Monday. We do the Bible Museum, and it was a lot of fun. Really cool. Then we go to the airport, and then we're sitting there waiting for our flights, and then they just keep getting delayed and delayed because it's starting to snow in DC. And turns out I got delayed for about 5 hours, and around midnight, they're like, "All right, we're going to cancel your flight."
Mhm.
And so I got stuck there for another day. So like I went like off. I found a hotel room. I stayed the night. So I was supposed to fly out the next day, and then that one got canceled. So I got no flights out of DC back to Houston or Austin till Wednesday. So I stayed a whole extra like 2 days in like DC. Um, when I wasn't planning to. Like I was supposed to go home on Sunday, but I actually came home on Wednesday morning. Uh, and so I was like telling the people there, and they're like, you know, I think it's a sign, bro. It's like,
I think it's a sign.
I think it's a sign. And then one of my spiritual mothers from California like was texting. He's like, oh, like is there a person there?
Is there a
Like, is God trying to put you? Like, I do not know. uh, but yeah, that was interesting. Um, yeah, I got to walk around the Capitol, see the monuments, the White House, the Lincoln Memorial, Capitol Hill. I try to go eat at Hell's Kitchen, which is like Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, but I'm too single to do that, so they only take parties of two, like a minimum size. So I went across the street and I ate at like Gordon Ramsay's like fish and
Single.
chips or whatever. Yeah, that one's single. Just sat at the bar by myself
Gordon,
eating fish and chips.
Gordon Ramsay's single
Uh,
place.
yeah, like if you're not cool enough to go, over here eat beef Wellington, then you come over here.
Oh, beef Wellington.
Yeah, so that's me so far, and I'm about to fly out again this Sunday to Indiana, for another thing. So I'm a pretty busy guy, but hopefully he's gonna calm down and I get back to normal.
Yeah, we're supposed to have an episode before this. Sorry, all you persistent watchers of the podcast. God, cause us to be in DC sometimes. And what were you
Yeah.
doing in your hotel room?
So that day I rescheduled all my flights and stuff, got to extend the room. Then I was supposed to go to the Smithsonian, like, because that's the big like museums and stuff in DC, but then they're closed because of the snow. Uh, so I spent a few hours walking around. Then I came back, just like read my book. I watched a movie. I went to dinner and stuff. Walked around. It's like next to the river, so I walked up and down that a bit. Yeah, just taking some time to date me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
You really surrendered to singleness.
He really coped.
You're like, I like this. This is good. This is good.
you know what it is. When you get that time to yourself, and you just you gotta date yourself. I
Andrew, I'm
date the
telling you
heck
right
out of
now,
me.
Self-love question mark? Wait, hold on.
for all the portable couch members, we've had 21, 20, 30 years to date ourselves. I think we had enough time to date ourselves.
Okay.
Are you though? Are you really dating yourself?
You're right. You know what? I need to spend
Get
time
out
with
there,
myself
bro.
more.
Yeah.
Go fly to
Gosh
DC.
dang, you're good looking.
Well,
What?
I mean, we don't just date on looks, so yeah. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh dang it,
Okay,
man.
we got a guest on the show. So, Yeah. Okay.
I need
So
a minute to process. Like, so hold up. So like everyone and their mom is helping you try to find someone, and you just no one. Like, okay, never mind, never mind. We don't want this to be about dating
Okay.
too.
No. Look, there's people. I just don't know what to do about it.
Ah,
You know what I mean? So I've only recently started trying to do something about it, I guess. So like that's why like, I noticed someone that got good Christian qualities that I like. And so we went on a first date to kind of get to know each other. And yeah. See,
okay.
that works for like local. Now if I'm like flying to DC and I'm meeting like girls over there, like I don't know what to do about that. Like I can't go on a
Invite him
date
on the
with them.
podcast. I mean,
oh yeah, that's the
A
connection.
podcast
Where's the
date?
connection?
Wow.
Us in the bowl. Oh wait, you can like invite him to the podcast. Like, oh, they didn't show up. I guess it's just
We'll be your
we're doing,
chaperones.
we're doing the podcast today.
We'll be your
No.
chaperones.
They'll
If
play
it goes like
vibes.
if she crosses the line, you cross the line. Like, leave Jesus. Have you considered Jesus? Line.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna let it be cool. Unless like I don't know. Like if they talk to me, then like yeah. But like on the other side,
Yeah,
like I don't know
nothing's
what to do.
stopping me.
Yeah. I won't stop it. But like I don't know how to like initiate or start and then like a
I
long
feel
distance
a
or
lot of girls
something.
are gonna get mad at that. Well, you gotta go for it. You gotta go for it.
Man, we don't want to repeat a last episode. It's okay. Let's see.
True.
Yeah. Okay,
Just watch the last episode, viewer.
just watch the last episode.
Mhm.
Okay, Lily's on the show. You know, she's not your typical guest. You know, we got us, the Three Stooges, and then we got Lily here. A little bit about Lily. I don't know if she wants to talk about this herself, but she.
No, I'm curious. You know stuff about me?
I've been. We do our research. And by research, I just asked David, like, who you are. I have trouble with names. I'm pretty sure I forgot you the first time, but
Wow.
you go to not our you don't go to CMA. You don't go to our church denomination. There it
You better
is.
say demonic, demonic.
Demonic
Oh,
nation.
Demonic
Oh.
nation.
Hey yo.
Yeah,
but
sure.
so that's like one thing that's like different. Oh yeah, and you're a girl. You probably have more insight. About what we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How-
Every
how's-
episode.
So how yeah, how's that?
Oh no, yeah, you guys are like 20% accurate. I'd say that's pretty.
Hey, that's
I'm
more
just
than I
kidding.
thought.
Yo, we're on the board.
It's not. It's actually very interesting to hear how guys view. Yeah, to hear guys' opinion on girls' views. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Very bold of y'all. Like you guys are super. Let me just say, like. You're basically asking for it, but it's okay. We'll see that next episode.
Hey, spoilers. They don't know.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Let's save that for next
We'll
episode.
bleep that all out, maybe, if I remember.
You guys talked about it last episode. That's why I was like,
But that we were like hinting it. They don't know when. They don't know when.
No, we'll leave it in. If someone makes it this far and found out, like that's for
yeah.
you.
That's
No,
for
yeah.
you. That's for
Only
you.
people
for
like
you.
me.
Yeah.
Oh man, but no, yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's definitely humorous, dude. Yeah. What else? What else? Yeah. I don't know what denomination my church like would consider they fall under because we're Elevate Community Church, but we're more Baptist. Oh, yeah, I guess you could say I'm more Baptist. Yeah. But from what I hear, there's not many primary belief differences. Yeah. That I think. I'm a little scared to say that because I don't know much about CMA, but yeah. I'm gonna vibe with you guys.
Okay, so when you come to our church, all right, so you have your church, and then you come to our church sometimes. What are the differences?
Oh.
You notice any?
I don't. No.
Oh.
Yeah. Just. Yeah.
Raw vit.
all the
True.
got all
True.
the Asians and the white
Yeah, that
dude.
makes sense. Yeah, like if anything, I thought worship would be different because we have very different music tastes. But yeah, I really like Hill's worship. Hill's worship is really good. Worship band, my bad.
Wait, do y'all usually? Wait,
Yeah, we sing Maverick City every Sunday. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
that's
Oh
wild.
man, that would be crazy. Oh man, me
She's
having
a
to ad
Maverick
libs?
City
No,
lover.
thank you. Huh?
Yeah, all the
Sorry?
Maverick City lovers is gonna love Lily.
Do you guys have Maverick City lovers? I'm assuming most of your demographic is CMA. Is your family and your siblings. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I think CMA is pretty big with the regular
Yeah.
like worship
CCM.
CCM.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went to Life Conference, so that's like CMA, like not just Vietnamese, but like every culture or whatever, right? And they're singing like Belonging Co, Maverick City, stuff like that, Brandon Lake. So yeah, they don't have I don't think they have a problem with it. It's just locally, I don't know, we just kind of skew different, a little bit different.
So, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it CMA that influences, or would you feel like it's just your personal community, not CMA specifically, that influences your music taste?
Who wants to answer that?
Actually, okay, I get all my music taste from my sensei and David.
Oh my.
Like, okay,
Just
like
David?
whenever we're driving to Austin, David's putting on his whack music, but then sometimes it grows on me, and I like start liking it. I'm like, okay, wait, this is kind of good.
Whack.
The
Are you
first
talking about
time.
Christian whack?
Yeah, Christian whack, or what kind of whack we talking about?
Okay. First time I heard Citizens, Sing Team, and what? There was another one. I forgot the other one.
Modern Post?
Modern Post?
Oh yeah, Modern Post. Yeah, first time I heard those, I was like, yikes. Okay, David's
You say
David's
yikes?
David's a bit strange. David's a bit strange. But no,
Okay.
but no, I like some of their songs now. I like some of their songs. I'm not too high up on them, but they got some bangers. But
Actually, oh,
As long as we agree on City of Light is
yeah, City Lights banger, man.
it is. It is. See, we don't like
Oh,
that.
oh,
there we
No,
go.
I love City of Light. I don't listen to it like super often, but whenever it comes on, for sure, like really truth filled, really good. Yeah.
what are your top 5 Christian artists?
Uh-oh. I love Phil Wickham.
Wickham?
Maverick City. I think Maverick City is up there. I'm sorry.
No, okay, go on. Fine.
Okay, no, I don't judge. I just
Recently, I've been listening to House Fires a lot. I can only think of 2 songs. But yeah, City of Light's good. Yeah,
Top 5,
yeah.
by the way.
Top 5. Oh,
Your
shit.
top 5.
We don't need a
Those are 2
repeat
words.
of the other one.
You just been naming artists. I was like, which one?
Wait, can we talk for a second? Okay, the first time I went on a car ride with David and
oh
Ethan,
gosh.
these dudes literally put on VeggieTales and they just start like jamming out, and that was like my first impression of you, by the way, Ethan. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's good. That's good. We want that.
So what's with the obsession with VeggieTales too? I'm like, I watched as a kid, but like, you guys are brainwashed. I mean, sorry,
Right.
but
Cut. We're good. Yeah, we're gonna cut here. It was nice having you.
Now VeggieTales is a bop. Have you heard? Have you even listened to their music? Listened to all of it?
you guys played it on the whole car ride. Yeah.
We only played one song, and they got a multitude of just go back to the music episode. They got multitude of bangers.
Yeah. Have you even heard VeggieTales, Lily? Like, come on.
Are we talking about the music? Yeah, like 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I heard about it 10 years ago. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? We'll stick with City of Light. We agree on that. That's pretty good. Agree.
City Light's like the bridge for us. Kind of. It meets the middle. CCM and, our usual, I guess, theologically rich stuff. So
Good songs.
yeah.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. This is what it's
All
like
right.
to be in the
We're
minority.
joking a lot. Dude, I
I
use
know.
a lot of I sing a lot of Maverick City and other stuff in my own personal worship.
Mm.
True.
But
True.
I like City Light and stuff for a corporate setting.
Maverick City. I think I only know like a couple songs. I like the melody more than Able in the beginning, or whatever.
Love more than able.
I
But
think God is pretty funny to me, but it's a banger. It's a banger. It's a banger. It's a banger. It's just funny.
No, yeah, this is funny.
no.
It's just so abrupt, but it's a banger. Okay, it's a banger.
No, it's
Uh,
good.
What vibes is that when I'm happy? Okay. Anyways.
I think is Promises Maverick City. Have you heard that? Really? Okay, that's Maverick. Yeah, Promises. I only know that those couple few of Maverick City.
I can see what
So.
y'all mean though by like not playing it in corporate. Yeah, like in a gathering. That makes sense. Like it's hard to, yeah. But on personal time, I mean, those hit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. Now sometimes I like to put funny songs on my playlist so they make me laugh.
Like veggie tag.
No, honestly,
Very
yeah.
different.
Honestly, yeah.
So like
Sometimes-
whenever, okay, let's say you go through like you're having a really rough day and you're just in the car by yourself, you would turn on Veggie Tales to make you happy.
Yeah, sometimes if I'm like not in the mood for the 3 genres I usually listen to, then I'm whipping up Veggie Tales.
Okay.
And Larry goes off.
Larry, silly songs with Larry.
Now, would you play that at your church? Like, just kidding.
No.
Okay.
For his personal worship.
Yeah.
You know, but we've been listening to I gotta spread the word. We've been listening to the second best Christian artist of all time,
Oh.
Solos. We have been Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Solos. We have been. Me and Andrew and David have been on it. First it was me, then it was Andrew, and David's finally on it. It took a while, but David's finally on the train.
I had to like acquired taste. I brought it to them, but I just wasn't into it that much.
Okay.
He didn't understand.
Thank you, Sensei.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sensei.
it's so good. I'm so excited for next week because we're gonna listen to their new album. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much fun.
We're like little girlies waiting for the bus to drive by. I don't know. What a girls. What a little. I don't know. We're just excited.
Yeah, like people got like their K-pop and their idols and stuff. It's like for me, it's like Solace is dropping a new album. Like,
Babe,
it's
wake
on
up!
my
Solace is dropping
calendar.
down. Wake up, babe! Solace is dropping an album.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, are there any questions that you wanted to ask us? By the way, because you're our first guest speaker, and so we gave you the free option and the freedom to do. I don't know, just say anything. So.
Just kidding. I was wondering why I was the first. Like, do y'all just not know anyone else, or like?
Oh,
Dude.
Yes. But actually, I'll let David
take.
take it away because he actually was the first one to suggest, "Hey, why don't we bring Lily on?"
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good point. I mean, she was one of the first few people who heard about us. Right when you made the channel, like we weren't supposed to advertise yet or something like that, but I was like, heck it, we're hard to hear. So I was like, I showed Lily and she listened to our first 2 episodes and she had her opinions, and we had a lot for our podcast episodes. Like we see when we watch it with people or after people watch it and they come to us with discussions or questions. And after I showed Lily, she had a lot of questions and like discussion points for like.
Yeah, you guys are very questionable people. Continue.
And so I thought Lily, who was like, she seemed like she watched most of them or was intrigued a lot. So I don't know. I just brought her up. She's one of the first few. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Thanks.
I
remember that night because you guys posted it out really late, right? I remember I subscribed really late.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Never mind. It's in the past. I was first. Wait, no, I think I was third. I think Ethan was first and second, and I was third. But
No, I didn't. It's actually them two first. I didn't subscribe. Actually, I still don't think I'm subscribed.
Hey, yo,
Yo!
dude,
Bro,
we're
what?
like,
Wait, give
we're
me a
dying
second.
out here.
Give me a sec. Give me a second. Give me a
Wait,
second.
what? Wait,
You
that's actually
didn't
so
have
sad.
permission to.
That's so sad. Lily, you're on. Kick this guy off the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, just like that. Oh my. No, yeah.
You don't have
okay.
permission to give Andrew any marriage, like,
I know.
you're not subscribed. That's the first tier of Patreon. And you're not even subscribed.
Ethan, I pour my heart out to you, bro.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm glad to be on the podcast. I was not expecting it, but yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if you guys want me back or not. Excited for the next episodes.
You know, we
So I
need
can-
someone fresh. You know,
Um,
like we need a new perspective.
I was
And I know.
I was scared you guys were gonna ask me dating questions, and I'll be honest. I'm like,
No,
like
no,
I know
no.
you guys are lost, but I'm just as lost.
No,
and I'm
we know
dating.
what we're doing. We know what we're doing.
Yes. Over 18.
As, as you can
Oh,
tell, we know what we're doing.
mhm.
But yeah, we wanted to bring a new face, new new opinions, because I feel like us three, we usually have the same opinions except when it comes to like food. Food is like the one thing where we divert on,
Mm.
but
Well,
we're
I got a
kind of
lot.
the same.
Okay, that sounds cool. So then I have a question about cereal. Do you guys pour the milk first or the cereal first?
Cereal first.
Cereal
Ye-
first.
Yeah, how do you know how much milk you want if you don't know how much cereal?
Well, I personally pour the milk first. How do you know how much cereal you want me to put? Like, it's the same logic, right? The other way around.
But okay, so like when I eat cereal,
Oh
like I want
my-
to eat cereal.
Wow,
you
I did
know?
not.
Like, so I like, all
Wait,
right,
what?
how much cereal do I want? And then I add milk to complement that. You know what I mean? But if you're like eating cereals because like, oh, I want to drink the milk, then I guess, yeah,
Just
like,
drink the milk.
But
yeah, some people do. Some people do. I don't know.
wait, I do drink the milk. Hold up, y'all waste your milk.
Well,
No, we do. It's
No.
just the main purpose is like to eat the
yeah, the
cereal,
main
right?
purpose, you know.
I
it's like,
actually,
yeah,
I purposely make sure there's no milk left in the bowl, so I don't have to do that like soup thing where you slurp it up. So I make sure all the cereal is like soaked up in the milk, and like there's like nothing, no milk because it was all soaked up.
So
okay.
you wait till your cereal is mushy.
No.
No,
Okay,
like you're eating and drinking as you go,
Here's-
right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's how I do it. I get my bowl, pull the cereal in first, like a normal person. But then this is where I divert. Okay. I lay it down on the table. I have my milk next to me, so I'm like ready. I'm ready to pour it in whenever. So I pour in a little bit. All right, and I'm like, okay, I automatically push everything to the side and look towards the bottom, and I start at the bottom. I'm going, but then sometimes I run out of milk, and like I don't want my cereal to be dry, so I go grab my milk bottle, pour it in again, and then I repeat the process until there's nothing in the bowl.
How much? Okay.
Okay. So like when Lily was like, "Oh, I pour my milk first," I was like, "Okay, like she's our first guest. I'm not going to be that mean. Like I'm not going to say that is a wrong opinion or like a wrong way to do it, you know." But what you just said might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said.
Okay.
No,
So you
because I
pour a
don't want to
bowl-
drink. I don't want to drink the milk at the end because I don't like the like.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like
the sugar
leftovers.
milk or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait,
So
but if
you
you're like,
pour a bowl of cereal, then you pour a little bit of milk, then you eat the
Like a
cereal,
decent
and then there's no
amount
more
of
milk.
Like a decent amount of milk to where I don't have to
like-
like it's not gonna get soggy, and I automatically
Right,
go to.
right.
I'm not digging at the top. I'm not like going. I'm digging towards the
yeah.
bottom. I
Where
get the
protected,
wet
yeah.
ones. I actually let
Yeah.
I let a little settle a little bit. You know, I get a little mushy, and then I scoop, eat, and then sometimes no, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes I do. I pour it, and I run out of milk, and I'm like pouring it again, and then I'm
okay, so
going.
Ethan, let me get this straight. You like the cereal that's like just barely in the milk for a while. okay, let me change your life by pouring the milk first. Because here's what happens when the milk is poured. Hear me out, okay? So you pour the milk first, right? You have a bowl of milk, and then you put the cereal on top. Half of the cereal is dry, and the other and the other half is floating in the milk. So you eat from the bottom, and while you go, the dry cereal becomes wet, and it's like it's perfect. Yeah? No? Okay.
I'm trying to like process it in my mind. Is this like a viable strategy I can use in my breakfast?
Yeah.
Let me think.
It stays dry until you're ready to eat it, and then it goes down to the bottom and you eat it. And also, huh?
Like, okay, how much milk are you pouring? Are you like pouring like half the bowl? Like kind
Oh,
of
usually.
half the
So,
bowl?
personally don't get the argument where it's like, well, how much cereal do you know? Because you want to see how much milk you're pouring too, right? And if you pour the milk afterwards, you can't see how much milk you have. So you pour milk,
You know
see
what?
how much milk.
You might. I gotta try that. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it actually. I'm gonna pour milk first, a little bit of milk first, and then pour the cereal, and then and maybe I'm doing the opposite. Right? I'm just like pouring the cereal into my milk and then eating, and then pouring the cereal and then eating.
Okay, I can't be the worst strategy if Ethan over here is like taking extra fun. This is just kidding. But yeah, it's life changing because I don't like soggy cereal. So no, nothing. Okay.
All right.
No, I get the no soggy cereal. I don't know. Like I pour cereal and then it's like, okay, and then I pour milk and then I know what level that is good. So I'm like, all right, I stop pouring milk. And then I just eat it and then we're good.
Just be better. Like that's better. You're good. I'm just kidding.
Now that said, I haven't eaten cereal in a long time, but like,
I gotta change up my strategy. I'm living a mundane life. Everything is like the same. But if I pour my milk in before my cereal, I think my world will change.
No, it will. It will. That's why I'm here, right? Different opinions change your life.
It's true. It's true. David's confused or concerned.
Why is this a topic? Just eat the cereal. Get your milk.
I'm pouring it in the
box.
box.
You're like thinking too hard for viable strategies how to eat your cereal. Just eat it.
Okay.
I want efficiency and tastiness.
This is what you do. You have two bowls. You have a bowl of milk and a bowl of cereal. You take a scoop of the cereal, you put it in the milk, get it to the right consistency, then eat it.
Like an Oreo, like an Oreo, you just get like an.
But then you're wasting two bowls because you have to wash both bowls.
So we invent a new cereal bowl where it's like, perfect.
We actually have those.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
cereal
two levels.
Eating cereal is a big thing. It's important. Most important meal of the day.
You know how like in chemistry, like there's a divider between red and blue colors, like liquids, and you let go of the divider and like merge into purple. You do that for cereal as well, because you divide it at first, and like okay, for those who want to be different and eat your cereal in a separate whatever, like you have dry cereal and you can have milk. But then if you want to like, and then like it just merges together, and then
you guys, they've already invented this. I have one.
Wait, really?
I'm telling you, I do not like soggy cereal.
Well, it's like the argument of soggy cereal is like if you pour a cereal before your milk, just eat it right away.
Bro, I'm not I want to enjoy my cereal. Like,
what? Dang it! These flat Earth people.
Yes, I am a flat earther. You guys too? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's wild.
I used to be.
Actually?
Yeah. I got a.
Wait, you're serious?
For like 2 weeks, because I was a very trusting, gullible child, and my best friend was.
When was this?
Fifth grade.
Oh, okay, 5th grade.
Like
2022.
2022.
I remember that talk happening in high school.
Okay, when were you in 5th grade? Like 19.
You're not wrong. 19 something.
Wait, that's true.
You're not wrong.
Yo. I'm catching straight. I wasn't making a young joke. I was making like, oh, I believe my friend like 2 years ago or something.
Wait,
you know what I mean? But then you came out with the 5th grade thing before I could get it out.
My bad. I didn't finish it. It was probably like 1990 something, right? Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Huh. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of the other unpopular opinions y'all have, because I mean, I'm not the only one. Okay.
Okay. If you get burgers and fries at a fast food place, what's the order that you eat it in?
Oh,
Oh, fries as I go. It's like both at the same time. Or you put the fries in the
Fries
burger.
as you go. And fries and burger. Okay, cool. What about you guys?
okay.
Burger
What
first, and then
happens if we're
fries.
ordering? Are we including soda or like drink?
Oh,
Are we including that?
No, I just
Are
care
we
about the
no
okay,
drink?
add
You
the
don't care
drink.
about the
Unless you
drink?
do something weird, like I drink all my
I like
drink
to
first
dip
and
my
then I eat my
French
burger
fries
fries.
into my soda.
What?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
that's
I
also
don't do
wrong.
that.
That's like soggy cereal.
Nah, what I do is I go in order. I just eat the burger, eat the fries, drink the drink.
Okay.
Isn't the fries
So
supposed to be the appetizer?
so will you mix? Like I eat a burger for a little bit, then I'll eat some fries, and I'll go back to my burger. Or are you like I eat my burger first, I finish the burger, then I eat my fries?
Maybe if I have like 2 burgers. If I have 2 burgers, I eat a burger and then I eat some fries and then I go back to the other burger and then I go eat some fries.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But
So you do it in step: burger, fries, drink, or something.
yeah, I like eating the
Mm,
burger first
mm,
because then the fries afterward, it's like I'm chill. I'm like like the burger
Yeah.
is like hefty. I gotta
Yeah.
work. Ah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
got you.
fries, I just plop it in my mouth. It's like M&M or something.
All right, David.
if I sit down, yeah, it's burger first and then fries. But drink throughout the whole thing. So by then, drink's probably gone or like near done.
Okay. So what if you got it like DoorDash, or you drove home with
Yeah.
it first?
So before I go to work, sometimes if I don't have enough time, I'll get Chick-fil-A and just go right to my work. And it's like a 17-minute drive. I don't want to eat the burger or like chicken sandwich as I go and drive because I don't know. I just want to enjoy it. So I eat the fries while I drive. So by then the fries are done. By the time I get to the place, I'll eat my chicken sandwich and then walk in for work. That's how it usually
Okay.
works.
Okay. All right. Because I've recently learned that people will eat their fries first and then eat the burger. And I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I think it's wrong too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell him how it's done.
Yeah, tell him, Andrew.
Yeah.
Why is it
Tell him
wrong?
how
Oh
it's
yeah, yeah.
done.
You eat your burger and then you eat the fries as you go. That's cool. But like I eat my burger and then I eat a little bit of fries as I go. But then majority of my fries are like after I finish the burger. You know what I mean? So I'm not so much like Ethan, where it's like one step then second step. But like I'll enjoy some fries as I go. But when I finish the burger, majority of my fries are still there. So then I eat the fries.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because the
yeah, I
burger is
think
the main
eating
thing.
fries first. Yeah, the burger's the main thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm more likely to eat the fries first, but of course, usually eat at the same time because they're like an appetizer, right?
Yeah, but if you eat them first, once someone's done with their burger, you have no fries to share.
Well, then y'all should probably eat your fries first too, so we can eat them all first together. Never mind. I'm
Eat
just
them
gonna give
all
up.
first together.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know. I
okay.
thought it was weird.
Can't believe
Something
it.
I learned recently.
Huh.
Interesting.
I've
I
always
do-
eaten the burger first.
I do eat my burger, the edges first, and save the middle for the last bite.
Okay, we're back. Okay, hold on.
No, yeah, I'm not.
Okay, bring us back in.
Oh man, Lily.
Maybe
What
we should
are
stop
you
talking about food,
doing?
guys.
I don't think anyone's eating a burger like that or a sandwich like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no.
Anyways.
No, I might eat a sandwich because like I'll eat the crusts and stuff first, and then that middle part is like the good stuff.
Same
You
with
know
the
what I
burger.
mean?
Just
I don't think for the burger, not so much. I don't think
I'm
so.
just I feel so weird. It's like it's naked. Like the burger's like naked and like ugh. It's like this. It's like I'm uncomfortable with it. Like why if something spills out? It's just like it's guaranteed to make me uncomfortable.
I don't know why y'all have strategies like these are just weird to me. Just eat it.
Bro, eating is life. Okay, this is serious business.
Eating
Mhm.
is efficiency, all right? I want to be done with my meal so I can eat the next meal.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Okay.
okay, that's
Yeah.
wrong. Ethan lives to or eats to live, and
Eats
then
to
we
live.
live to eat.
Yes, we live to eat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm.
One thing we got different
Yeah.
between us.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Alright.
I'm gonna every time if we're gonna eat together, I'm watching. I'm gonna see how you guys eat your food because you got some
We
weird
can't be friends no
strategies.
more.
It's
Oh.
over.
Mm.
Whatever.
Oh, that was one of my questions on the list. About friends.
the
Sorry,
list.
not about food.
Do we have any friends?
That's a good question, actually.
Yes. Yes.
Let me
You guys-
count. I'm done.
No, I consider you my friend.
Oh, so that's what I was gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what do y'all consider a good friend, or what's the definition of a good friend? And are you guys? Yeah, you already said that, but yeah, y'all are good friends. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, okay. A good friend is if you haven't talked to them a while and you're still chum buds. You're still
Someone
vibing.
define chum buds.
Friends, but like closer because you're chummy. Chum buds.
Is this a
Okay,
guy?
okay,
Mm.
okay.
Can you
Okay.
spell
Yeah.
that?
Sure.
Or
Say that in a sentence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Chum bud.
vibing
Am I
in
saying that right?
Discord. I was vibing in Discord with my chum buds.
Okay. Okay. Can I get the synonyms and the Latin origin?
Friends.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Something
But
I made
okay,
up.
I got you. Huh.
Good friend. Oh, it
Yeah.
makes define a good friend. Mm, never thought about it.
No,
Friend.
yeah, like, is there a fine line between acquaintance and friend, you know?
Yeah,
when you
okay, I
like
can do that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can do that. It's just the adjective of a good friend. That one I
Good.
got.
See, there are stages to friends. Here, I'll break it down for you. I've been studying this pretty much my entire life. Okay, first
Have much to
first you
study.
have strangers, all right? We got strangers. Then the next tier, strangers at the bottom. It's like a pyramid. So you have the pyramid. Here's the strangers, and on top of the pyramid, you got acquaintance. Literally, you just met them, or I don't know, you see them like once a year.
Meet your Andrew.
Yeah, and then above the acquaintance, you got friend. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, friend, just friend. So like you're cool. You're like I can be around them if someone else is with me. Okay, and then you got close friend. All right, that's like you can talk one on one with that person. It's like, yeah, we're like, I can be deep with you, but then and like what I said before, but then you have on top of the pyramid, best friend.
Oh.
Doesn't necessarily mean one person, but that's like I would die for that person. And as a Christian, everyone is my best friend. So
Okay.
And then on top of the pyramid is a cross.
Oh, he calls me
Who
friend.
is my friend? Yeah.
yep. And that's like and then
Who
you have
died
above
for
that,
me.
you have godly friend. And that's one person.
Wow,
That's
God
friend.
tier friend. Jeez.
God
What?
tier friend.
Wow.
It's just
Okay.
and that's how you break it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
My pyramid's pretty small.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well, what's in your pyramid, Andrew?
I think Ethan did a pretty good job. Yeah,
And
there
the
are some.
professor.
Yeah, they're like acquaintances. So like for me, like I'm not like extroverted and I I don't really like talking to people that much. So most people will probably fall like in acquaintances, and that's not like because like we just met. It's just like when we talk, like I can go through like, oh, how's work, or like how's this, and it's like surface level kind of like small talk, right? And then there's friends where like now we're starting to share some of the same um like hobbies and things, like we have same interests and stuff. Then there's good friends, so that's like we're now like Ethan and David like can fall in. Like when we talk, like I feel more natural and at home. Like we can talk about whatever, and then good friends is like what Ethan said. Like you can actually like have one-on-one conversation or something with them. There's some people, yeah, like we might share like the same interests, but then like once that we exhaust that, then it's like there's not really much going on. And then yeah, I say with good friends, you can share more of your life with. They got your back and stuff, that they pray for you. There is an encouragement part of it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think Ethan did a pretty good job at that.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
yeah. I asked because in y'all's episodes, like you hint and allude, like Andrew this far. I was wondering, how did y'all meet and become good friends whenever there's distance? And I also just really love the living word community. So I was like, oh, I wonder what characteristics, what makes a good friend to these people. But yeah, it's a really nice definition.
Well, how I know Andrew is from David, and David and I grew up. Actually, we talked about it on an episode, I think.
Yeah, on the episode
So
you're like, just joined a VC and now you guys vibe, and I was like, oh, that's like I can't imagine becoming good friends with someone without seeing them in person. So I was like, wow.
We see them occasionally. And honestly, some people we just talk to very regularly on Discord, so they become friends that way.
Yeah, I like the sharing life aspect. That's true.
yeah, like
Cool.
me and David probably knew each other for a little bit longer. Because we do like Bible studies and stuff together. But David, I think like he reached out a little bit more, and then we started talking a little bit more and more. So, did you just what?
What's L?
Did you just give me an L?
Wow, I have to approach him first. That's crazy, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's
I'm sorry.
literally.
I don't know.
Like me and Andrew, we're
Comes some
vibing the
slack.
same way.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
I'm cool. Like I'm good.
Cool.
he had a
Uh,
long break, guys. Long last month. He's really hard to approach people. It's okay. I understand for you, Andrew.
yeah, but I am so appreciative of David for approaching. That's very, very cool. And then he brought me into this thing. We started having talks, and now I know Ethan and stuff. And that's just how good a good like friend and like someone in like the church can like plug someone in like that. Just reaching out to someone, it's like, hey, yo, you want to talk with us or like join us or something, and then just kind of hits it off. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. David
Amen.
welcoming team.
Welcome.
Okay.
Lilia.
Okay.
Yeah, Usher.
Lily, you an introvert or an extrovert?
Extrovert. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Extrovert? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So me and Andrew
Yeah.
are introverts. David's literally a 50-50. I don't know. Let this guy I don't know. Sometimes he's just on it some days, sometimes he's really not feeling it.
See, I know people's definition of introvert and extrovert are different. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, like, I think I'm an extrovert because I love being around people, but there are times where I do need to just rest, just me, God. Yeah.
Like when you're around other people, do you like gain energy? You're like, oh, yes, people. Or like, when you're at home, it's like you're like draining the battery, like your
Oh,
energy.
Yeah.
yeah, probably more that than
Because when I'm at
the other.
home, I'm like charging up my battery, and then when I'm outside, it lowers.
Yeah. I
See,
think that's
I feel like
how they define it nowadays, right?
Pretty
gotcha.
sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Ethan, I feel like you never run out of energy. Well,
Okay, for
you
me,
really
I have a different setting. All right, I have
okay.
performance mode, and sometimes I unlock performance mode. Like we had a Christmas concert. I was in performance mode that whole day. I was on stage. I'm like, welcome. Performance mode. It's like, I don't know. Whenever competitive, whenever I don't know. Whenever I'm motivated, I guess. I don't know. Like at Glory Games, I'm in performance mode, and that's when I'm like, not like confident, like silly confident, like how I am in the Discord call, but I'm like, I'm a stoic. No, I'm not stoic. I'm like the stoic more. I'm more stoic than I usually am.
I said it once. It's like you have really high energy, but honestly kind of low self-esteem, and it's so weird to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you sorry, wait, is that really
No,
that's
right.
not self-esteem, that's the wrong word.
No,
Spirit.
wait, you're right.
Spirit.
I was gonna
So you're gonna
completely
be
agree.
like low
I know. I
spirit.
agree with that statement.
I agree. That's me. You got
It's
me.
like
That's pretty right.
he's
You
like the
got me.
loudest, most motivating, I don't know, loudest person in the group, hyping everyone up. But everything he says, I'm like, does he believe? I don't know if he believes in the team, guys. Like, I'm like, yeah.
Does he believe? Does he believe? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Glory games. I'm a different person. I'm like in competitive mode, performance mode. I'm like, I wanna win, but also try to keep myself humble because
Okay.
our church is good. We're good fellas, but at church usually I don't really talk to that many people. Want to perform, like I have a mini performance mode. We have Bible study. That's like a mini performance mode, and then but usually when we eat lunch, I'm on my phone.
I've heard about that.
What?
I think it's
Who
David's
told
pet
you?
I didn't say phone. I said you always have your AirPods in, and that's a turn
Yeah.
off for me.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a turn off for me.
Oh
I
man.
don't know. I can't get into a conversation unless I'm interested. But yeah, that's.
Oh
I
shoot.
know. I
What do you
know.
mean by
Okay.
interested? What do you mean by interested?
Like, is it
Wink, wink.
something? Oh, what is the wink for? I actually don't know what that. Like, I don't know if
is
I'm
she cute or
interested.
what?
Like, yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Is that what you mean by interested?
Oh, I was thinking like when I'm talking with the boys, they're talking about I don't know League. I'm like, I don't care about League. I'm just gonna listen to whatever I have on my phone or whatever. Or they're talking about just I don't know something I'm not interested. But it's like something like oh, pique my interest, and then I start asking questions and stuff.
Mm.
But maybe I'll casually join a conversation here or there.
What do guys talk about? Other
I
than
mean,
sorry.
I mean, you were here. The pre portable couch.
That's true. Yeah. It was different. Just kidding. They pour all of their secrets out, guys. It's crazy. Dude. Like robbing casinos.
Yo, you're gonna leak that? Or?
Yeah.
Leak.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm like, whenever I guess the gals sleep over, our idea of a fun night is like not gossiping, but girl talk. Do you guys have guy talk or I don't know?
What's girl
what
talk? What are you
girl
talking about? Yeah. You talking about
putting the
Boys?
dog down. I'm just kidding. No,
okay. Do you?
wait. Well, like, okay, so gals do talk about guys. So I'm like, do y'all talk about like?
No, we do occasionally.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Especially
though.
if it's prominent, like we know about it. Like, so how's it going with that person? But if but if literally no one's in a relationship, we don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
talk about that. We just talk about other stuff.
I feel like a lot of it's more, we're like joking around, memes, sharing
Yeah.
stuff. Every once in a while we talk about something, but yeah, I feel like not a lot.
Depends on what time of the day it is. If it's nighttime, then we're pretty deep. But if it's like in the daytime, then we're a bit silly. We're a bit more conserved.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
No vowels.
So if you want to get emotions out of a guy, you have to talk to them at night. Preferably 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock a.m. That's when we really go off.
Okay. This is like free for. I'm just kidding. I already have a boyfriend. I'm like, this is free dating advice for me. Oh man. Okay.
You gotta talk to him late in the night then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So low-key, my boyfriend's birthday is coming up. You guys have any ideas for gifts?
Just play a league with them. I don't I don't know.
See,
I don't know what he likes.
That's true. But yeah, I always imagined guys, stereotypical like, oh, sports or whatever. I don't know. So,
There's
interesting.
two types of guys.
Yeah, some dudes are definitely into sports, but I don't think most of us are like
Mm-hmm.
into like following. Maybe David, but like he doesn't. He knows we don't talk about it, so he doesn't share with
Ethan
us.
follows
No.
football, and
Actually, I think I'm more of a sports guy than David.
Oh, really?
he follows
actually-
more professional
No
sports.
way.
I follow not only sports but esports.
Yeah.
Oh.
Football, basketball,
He's into the competitive scene. Yeah,
Valorant,
don't
League,
really care.
AOE.
I just know, so it's a talking point. Like I don't really like cheer or like am into it. I just know, so I can like have a
Yeah,
talking
you can
point.
tell when David doesn't understand because he just brings stuff up like, no, it's
Yeah, like you start like
He's
name
cute,
dropping like coaches and stuff. Like I'm lost. I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
it'll get
No,
pretty,
he
like,
always
yeah.
does this. Wait, is he still on that team? Oh, he's not.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
He
I
always
always
does
ask
that.
like, is he still on the team? What
You
position
know-
he plays again?
But we appreciate it because you're like, oh, he's trying to. He's trying.
It's just a talking point. I don't know.
Got you. Okay, so not sports, got you. So I guess I'm just wondering, like, how y'all talk on the podcast. Is this how you talk with each other? Just in. Oh,
Literally,
sweet.
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We're a bit more awkward on the podcast because we're recording, but
Yeah,
I think-
like we're aware of it.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things like I really like value about this podcast is like it's very much similar to just a normal Discord call to me. So it's like to me that's why I value like times like this where at night we just talk on Discord. That's the whole reason why I want to do a podcast is like there's a lot of content in what we say and like if you're welcome to join us and have discussions with us. So
And now we don't do it anymore because of the podcast.
because the podcast we can't talk about content because you have to save the content for you guys.
Yeah, like right before we're doing the podcast, it was like we do it like multiple times a week, and like I remember it was like wrecking my sleeping schedule, like because we go to sleep at like 2:00 or 3:00 in the morning.
Oh yeah, we do.
That's where it gets deep, right? 2 to 4. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Honestly, that's where it gets deep. We start
So
going.
spicy. You can't just end the call. You
Like
just keep
people
talking.
will just voice their
Yeah.
emotions at that time.
All of Andrew's stories. It's like,
Like
oh,
there's stuff y'all don't catch.
Yeah.
oh. Under
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah, 'cause,
Under the cushions.
Like before we do a podcast, we always have a pre-talk and then an after talk. After talk is like okay, that was a good episode. I liked it. And then we go off and talk about stuff. And pre-talk is just we haven't talked to each other in a while. We just want to talk to each other.
Yeah, and stuff like we won't put on the podcast because
Oh yeah.
probably shouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I can't mention whenever you guys talked about the. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was surprised. I walked back into the call and y'all were talking about something, and I was like, "Oh wow, he's sharing that. Okay, that's pretty cool."
Talking about the.
These are my boys. I gotta tell you, but
Yeah.
No,
we're
I like
boys.
the update. That was a good update.
It's been a while. So
Aw.
yeah, like I probably haven't talked to Ethan this year.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Ha, ha.
Yeah,
No, yeah, he can say that. We literally.
it's been
like
19 days.
I kind of like that we don't talk for a while because then when we do have the podcast, then we have a lot to talk about.
Mhm.
that hurts a little bit.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit.
No,
I
but
think about you guys a lot.
I know, me too.
I check Discord to see you guys are on, and like, oh, are you guys on? I'll jump in.
Right?
oh wait. Okay, maybe we should make this a daily thing.
Oh,
Y'all, I didn't know y'all were so needy. I thought y'all were chilling. I was like,
What
okay.
do you
they're probably-
mean?
probably-
Needy?
Oh, I love the boys.
Yeah.
I thought
What?
I thought y'all were busy, so I'm like, okay, they're
Okay, it's
look how
true.
busy they
And
are.
we gotta start our book club again. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
love.
Yeah, we
yeah.
abandoned the book club.
We should
What?
rebrand it to the portable couch book club or
Portable-
something.
Portable library, portable bookshelf.
Are we talking? What
Oh,
type
wait,
of
hold
book are
on.
we talking? Like
Mere
the Bible?
Christianity. Reading that.
We were doing Mere Christianity. Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. That's on
So
my
it was.
list.
So we were gonna like the idea of the book club was not to read the Bible because we have Bible study already at our own churches. So we're gonna
Nice.
read like stuff about the Bible or like
Yeah, Christian
Bible
books.
Christian books.
Spiritual formation stuff.
Too bad we don't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Y'all.
We'll start again.
Yeah. Oh.
What's that?
Mhm.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like y'all are having trouble finding relationships. Hear me out. Just because you're very invested in like this trio relationship. Just saying, like, you guys really do. Like, you guys really do talk and act like. Oh, okay, never mind. I gotta. I guess.
Hey man, I don't
No, keep
express
going, keep
my
going,
feelings
keep-
to
keep going.
strangers.
No,
Hey,
I just
going,
don't want to like feel like I'm third wheeling the romance here. Like, I don't know. It's just... okay. No,
No.
yeah. Oh, the book club's sweet though. That's sweet. I like a
Mm.
relationship for me.
So beforehand, Lily had like a whole list of shit she's talking about, though. Am I right or wrong?
Not a whole list, but I mean, yeah. We went through most of them as we were going.
oh wow, we went through them.
Wow, really?
That's
Yeah.
wild. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shoot, is this where you're gonna ask me? Can I pull something from the list? I
I was gonna ask something, but if you got something,
Nah.
I just wanted to do a church checkup. How is how your church doing? Are you vibing? Is it doing well? How's how the community?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm in that like whatchamacallit, college transition, trying to figure out where I want to serve now.
Okay.
So because just transition to I don't know what you would call it, the other life group, young adult life group, new people, trying to figure out that community. My J1ST gals. I left them. Yeah. But Elevate's doing good. Yeah. Do you guys serve pretty much like you guys serve a lot at your church, right? I'm assuming. Yeah. Kind of
Eh,
ish. Okay.
I'm all right.
So like you know how in Viet churches there's a lot of positions because it's a very small community. So currently been praying on and figuring out the where is God calling me to serve type of deal. Should I serve just because the position is open? Is that like that type of thing? Or
Mm.
do I need to find something that I actually feel, called to, if that makes sense. So y'all have any opinions on that,
Oh, who wants to go?
I recently got asked this question, so
All right, Mr. Expert.
I'm not my expert. I don't even know what's right.
Well, all I gotta say is pray about it.
True.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Keep it there. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Anything about God's will is like, what do I even say? Because it's just a pray about it answer. Because I don't know. That's you and God and how you discern God's will. And I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know what God wants, and you just gotta pray, ask others. Yeah, I guess you're doing that right now. But yeah.
I guess to add on to it, like more if I don't find joy, but that type of thing, like the position's open, but I'm kind of limited on time. Do I drop? I don't know, like that type of thing.
I need some specifics. Like, what are
Ooh.
you willing to drop? Are you willing to drop anything? Is anything that important? How busy are you?
It's true.
It's like,
I'm like, is this crazy? How many viewers do y'all have? Am I about to get sued? No, I don't think it matters. Okay, so this year I dropped worship team and not dropped worship team, but I talked and decided like that's something that I feel not really. I feel okay. The word feel is very hesitant and also called to because once again God's will. But I didn't, feel like I was being able to give as much in that area. and it was because it wasn't really my place. So I guess I'm asking y'all, like, if position or the need is still there, but you don't really find joy, or you're not really feeling like God's calling you there. I don't know. How do you discern when to drop something? Drop.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay. I wanted to let someone else talk. Okay, Andrew, you have anything?
No, if you got something, go for it.
Go
Because
for it.
I was just gonna like, it's again like it's what you're thinking. Like, how do you view what you're doing? Is it like, it's another job, I have to do it, and it's like I'm not worshiping him anymore. It's just, I don't. If it's like that, then I think it's okay. If it's like if you're straying away from God from being there on that position, then you should drop it. But if it's just something like, I don't know, I don't sing that well. Actually, well, it kind of matters. But like, I'm not the best singer or something like that. Then, or I don't know, they have enough people. I don't need to be on the worship team. That sounds like an excuse.
Okay. I see that.
But
Interesting.
yeah, what do you take?
I think I'm the opposite of you.
Really?
Yeah. I think like if you're losing your joy in doing something, most of the time it's gonna be you. Um, so you like not to like point fingers, but like we gotta check our motivation. A lot of times we'll lose that first love. The reason why we do it, and that happens because we get stuck in the mundane and like the ebbs and flow of our work and our ministry. Um, so the first thing, like when I look at that, it's like you gotta look first inward, right? And if you need to take a break, then take a break. But then first is don't fall away from it. Just take that break first. So the one thing that I would do or what I look for some to drop something is when you're called somewhere else, or God is bringing up people after you to fulfill like that position. So like if you're like on the worship team, but you see God has brought more people, they have a passion, they clearly have a gift for it, you know, then like at that point I feel good to step down from it because it's like I want to encourage and nurture that, and then maybe in a similar way where like you may be called to do something else, they may eventually be called to like teach or to do some other ministry, and then God will just bring more people. So that's how I kind of look at it. um yeah. So the calling is another big thing, like understanding God's will. And so like Romans 12:1-2, what we need to do to understand God's will is we need to live out his will. So like he has a general will, and then he has like a specific will. So like his general will is what he wants all of us to do, right? To present our bodies as a living sacrifice, right? So all his commandments, all his precepts, all the wisdom that's found in the scriptures is how all of us need to live. That's his will for our lives. And then as we do that, he will show us, what is good, what is holy, what is pure, and what's his will for us. So example is like Moses, right? After Moses fled Egypt for killing that dude, he went to a land, and then he, met his father-in-law and his wife there. And then he was just kind of tending to the flock. And we don't know how long he was there, but he was just doing what he's supposed to do. And then at some point, God called him, through the burning bush. And so the first thing we got to do is just live the way God wants us to live. And then he would discern for us, what his specific will. And then like, okay, so how do I know that? It's like, is there going to be a burning bush? No, I really wish there was. But at least in my experience, we check like, what do you have a passion for? Right? Do you have like, is just a passion for something? Is it teaching? Is it like taking care of this children's ministry? Do you feel called more to, middle school, high school or something? Do you have like, service, or like you like to cook? You find what you have a passion for, and that you rope in your like spiritual gifts as well. So like service, teaching, any of that type of stuff you want to look at. Then you look next to see if God is providing you opportunities already, right? So that means like, for example, if it's children's ministry, like you have someone like on there and they're consistently asking you for help or something, or like wanting to bring you in, that's good. So see what opportunities God is already providing for you. And then lastly is like ask people, like if they know you well and they've seen you and what you do, they might have an understanding of like, what God's will is for you. That yeah, you're really good at leading like the small group for these, girls of this age. Like maybe God's calling you to that. So we take in like a lot of those things, and that's helped me kind of understand like what's God's will for me now, because I see what He's put in my heart a passion for. I see that He's providing me opportunities to grow and not experiment but like practice. And then like I have what people think, they see me grow or do these things, and they're like, yeah, I think God has placed like this for you. And so I take all this into account, and then that's like helps me understand the calling, and that becomes if that yeah that becomes more clear to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not a practical ways to
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Man,
David?
you brought
Yeah.
the Bible into it. That was epic. I'm
That's it.
You gotta, I ain't live by any other word than that.
I didn't have anything.
No, yeah. I
Yes.
I understand what you're saying, like Ethan. Like I really do. Like I see that, like your
No,
viewpoint.
I like
Just like that.
your that's I never thought about it like that. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Because like at least in my life, like dude, I get burnt out a lot. And a lot of people think like burning out means like quitting. But when I burn out, it's just I mean I lose my passion for it. And so like I drag my feet, I'm still doing the things that I'm supposed to do. It's just I just don't have that joy and stuff. So when I start to see those signs, um it's not a sign for me to quit. It's a time for me to reevaluate, and understand, okay, why have I lost that, love? Did I pick up something? Did I, pick up a burden I'm not supposed to carry with me? Like, oh, like music wise, like, someone else is better at playing or singing. Like I pick up that burden, and then it makes me lose my passion for like worship, because I think I'm not doing a good enough job. And that's not right. So I need to put those back down, and not carry those. So that's kind of a thing. Like my, yeah, try not to leave first, try to, evaluate. If you need that break, take the break. But, I would refrain from quitting at first.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I especially like the look for other opportunities, because there are other opportunities that have come up. So that's why I was like evaluating, if you could say, different options. And yeah, children's ministry is definitely one of them for me. So I've been looking into that, trying to get into helping them.
Look at that.
Sniped it,
But
boys. I sniped
It's
it.
like
I knew it.
you knew. It's like he's experienced this before.
Yeah.
the spirit, all the spirit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's why we got a wise member among us.
But I do think that like the idea of picking up burdens, because I did kind of lose my joy in practicing. So I do think it'd be good to self-reflect and see what burdens caused that flip. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. David, did you have something to say at the beginning? You're like,
The whole time I was like, "What was the question?" I was like hearing two different answers. I'm like, "What is the question?"
I don't even remember. I tried to.
Actually, that is a good question. What were we?
It was
Like, what were we
like,
targeting?
talking about?
I thought she was
It
like
was like-
having a struggle and like what place she had.
I'm gonna have
in
to
the
like
ministry.
timestamp
Yeah.
the video, and I'm like,
So it was
I
like
don't know. I don't even
calling-
know what I'm gonna title it. Like we talked about something.
Lily's
It's like-
problems. Therapy set. Oh yeah,
You're
Elevate's
not
doing
licensed therapist.
Oh
yeah, I just lost the question because I was like, "Oh, were we targeting him?" Like,
yeah,
did
why
she leave-
you're just oh wow, Andrew's right. Andrew-
No, I was just like, I agree with everything you said. I was just like,
yeah,
"Were we
honestly,
answering again?"
no, it was good. But like you
thought-
didn't know the context behind it. It was like, wow, yes.
No, I thought it was calling, and then the second one was like, when do you step away?
When would you step
know.
down?
Okay.
Okay.
Or
When would you
like
step
from like
down?
a certain opportunity, like how to drop something, when to drop something.
Yeah, when to drop, like
And
the
then
ministry, right?
yeah, okay.
When to quit something.
Yeah, okay. Well then yeah.
Quit is a strong. Yeah.
No,
Drop is the same thing.
It's a good question because, like,
That's a-
maybe God is calling you something like somewhere, so you have to quit one. You can't do
Can't
both,
do everything.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not like wrong to quit,
Right.
right? Yeah.
When to say
I
no.
definitely, I definitely think my evaluation would be or whenever I approached the question, whatever it was circumstantial based. But I really like the looking inwards thing. That's something different. Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's just a loss of joy or passion, like
Yeah.
then like that you should probably look inward.
Yeah.
But yeah,
See,
if yeah.
that's why I really like Andrew's answer. He targeted like multiple things, and good answer. Okay,
God's
David,
kiss.
what do you got?
I
Follow up, David.
follow
Are you gonna
up with the
follow
whole
up?
spiel. Well, for me, I tend to say no to a lot of things actually, in ministry. More recent, the past year than anything. Just because I like to be committed to one thing. If anything, maybe like 2 things max. Just depends. But for discernment on how do I know when to say no and when to say yes, I can't. For me, I have to be really careful. With like, is it because I got too much to juggle, or because then that will because then I have to think, okay, is it too much to juggle or is it just me? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
everything has to go back to God's will, God's calling to me. Because for me, if I say this is too much to juggle, I'm thinking like, okay, is it though, or just me being lazy? You know? So I really have to like reevaluate, reflect, and think. So for example, that whole thing this past 3 months with Christmas and Thanksgiving, I said no to a lot of things. um, I only took the things that I was interested in, realistically. Glory games, Christmas concert, things like that. But if someone in my church like,
Wow.
you know, you know, then I'd be like try to put me in somewhere or drop me in something. I'm like, yeah, I was interested. I was like, no, I don't think so. No, you can't get me. No. But that's how I deal with yes and no to things in ministry. It's like I just want to be committed to things that are particularly really interested in. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it. But I also know that me personally, right now, I'm taking a lot of positions in children's ministry, worship team, and Sunday school. To me, that's a lot. And so that is enough to me. So taking on anything else is like, ooh. So that's just me. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Is like going towards things that you're interested in first. And I don't know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to work within your limits. So like what your limit is, and if you're taking on too much, then saying no is very healthy. Like you have to, because you can't just keep piling everything on. So that's good. But yeah, maybe. But another thing is like maybe we should step out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Right.
Say yes to something
Right.
you normally wouldn't.
Ooh.
But like I wouldn't just frivolously say no yes to something. But like it's just maybe you keep getting this opportunity and you keep saying no to it. But like maybe God's just trying to push you a little bit. So I don't know. Just keep a more open mind, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I think our friend TB likes to say, stay neutral. Stay neutral.
Yes. Stay neutral. Yeah.
We can't say yes or no to anything, but ultimately we do wait on God. And I think we understand God has 2 wills: His revealed will and His hidden will, and so we just look to both and just wait. So yeah, I don't know. That's how I go about it. But yeah, being
Nice.
comfortable, being uncomfortable. That's something that I'll be a Navy guy. So I'm applying to the Navy.
What the what? Wait, so no 8th episode of Portable Couch? You're like,
Now he's gonna do it from the ship. Like, hey guys, welcome to the portable. They're back.
Oh
They're like,
man.
Yeah,
I
but that
think
helped.
yeah.
That helped,
Yeah.
Lily. Whatever that Andrew
Yeah.
said and whatever it helped whatever we said.
I
Whatever
still,
God said.
honestly,
God said through you.
even
Yeah.
after hearing like the takes, I still think it's hard. It's because it's always, I don't know, it always feels so broad. Like when you're discerning God's will, it's like this or that, whether, I don't know. Seems hard.
Gotta pray about it.
Yeah.
Just pray about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm with you. Like, dude, I want a burning bush. Like, just tell me what to do.
Tell me.
But then that removes the faith aspect of it,
Mm,
Oh,
you know?
true.
Yep.
Um,
There's a
so
verse
that's
on
just
that.
one of the hardest. Yeah, that's just the hardest thing for me right now is like not saving faith. Like, I know for sure, like, where I'm gonna go. It's like faith in what God's will is for my life, like what He wants me to do. Because I'm a very not quite well. I am a questionable man, but I question a lot of things, I guess. It's like, is that what you want? It's like, when David's like, oh yeah, Andrew, we want to come to retreat, and like, is that what they really want? Or he's just like,
You just
so like
asking.
when I was like dealing with my issues, it's because like I was going through like kind of a big like self-esteem thing. It usually happens after like ministry where like I feel inadequate. So I'm like, oh yeah, they're just being nice and inviting you, but if you go, it's like, nah, they're not gonna really care. So I was like, nah, I'll just stay. So like that's kind of like some of that stuff. But
I
yeah,
vibe with Andrew so
so
much.
yeah, so it's a faith thing, and that's just something I've been working out, and we gotta grow a little bit more. Just having
Mm.
faith in God, like
Mm.
He revealed it, He showed it to you, and that's what He wants. So like, go do it. But then I'm like, are you sure? Like, maybe no, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, recently I've been looking into because I struggle with overthinking a lot. So the idea that overthinking is so
Me too.
focused, and so the idea of like asking God, "Are you sure?" and stuff like that. It's really I don't know. It's not God focused. So
Mm,
yeah, that's another revelation had recently.
yeah, overthinkers here,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
all of us. David, right? You're an overthinker, right? No,
I don't
no,
know.
He just
David,
you're
eats
an
the food,
underthinker.
guys. He
David
just
just
eats the food.
he's neutral. He's literally
No, David.
he lives up to Ty Bin's standard. He's just I'm 50-50 on everything. You're like, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. I feel like David never has like a solid answer on anything except for food.
Yeah, David, you're not thinking enough.
Bro, you calling him stupid?
I think I'm just open. I think I think. It's just open minded. I don't know. I don't know.
There's no
Oh,
hot takes.
Depends on
We gotta
what we're
get the-
thinking about.
We gotta get the views.
You know,
gotta
like
get
the meme, like I wonder what's going on inside his mind. Shoo, it's like a desert. It's like nothing.
oh man.
No, I don't know. Depends what we're talking about. Overthinking context.
Context?
For me, it's emotion. So like, whenever I feel an emotion, I'm like, why do I feel this emotion? But there's a reason it's an emotion. So the overthinking kind of just spirals into nothing. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
For me, it's
Yep.
when I read the Bible. I always like try to. What does that mean? What could that possibly mean? Something more? But it's like no, it doesn't. It's just it's just he ate, a dove.
Descriptive, prescriptive.
He just ate a
Alright.
dove. You're just thinking too much.
Eat a dove. What verse?
I don't. that was nothing. Just try to.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like we don't want to like spiritualize everything, but it doesn't mean that the spirit is removed from everything, you know. You know what I'm trying
Hold
to say?
Run it back. Run it back.
Oh, okay. So like for me, an example is when I was stuck in DC because of my flight is canceled, right? Like it could just you could look at it and it's just like, oh, like bad weather, you got stuck
Just
there.
God.
But then like the other side is like, yeah, is this God like doing something, right? So not everything is gonna be like you're gonna dig through and find the spirituality of everything, But some things like are, so it's not removed from it. So for me, like that theme of the camp was surrender. And so now I'm surrendering to God's supreme will. Like I want to go home, but he's like, no, it's not. You're not going home today or tomorrow. So I had to surrender to that, and that means like I had to pay for my hotel, I had to pay for the Ubers, I had to pay, stay in DC. So like I'm burdened stuff, and it's not things I looked forward to doing or wanted to do. But through the whole thing, I was at peace with it, and I wasn't angry at God. It's just like, okay, God, you wanted to do something. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try to figure it out. So I asked him, like, if you're going to do something, like, please be brash about it. Don't like hide the meaning. Kind of just like hit me in the face with it. So yeah, it's just, some things have a big thing like God's doing, not everything. So you can like, walk down the street and like, oh, I found a penny. It's like, well, God, what are you doing right now? It's not everything is spiritual,
But this
Uh,
what are
okay,
you
yeah,
doing right now?
but some like we can't remove the spirituality from everything as well,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't dig if there's not really much there, but if there is something and God's kind of showing it to you, then yeah, like, see what he's doing. That's what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Okay, okay. One might say this podcast is like that, you know?
Overthinking?
I was talking the content isn't like but God is always, the spiritual. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Like, we're not gonna
There
spiritualize
it
everything,
is. There it
but
yeah.
we
is.
can't, yeah. We
And
But
can't
we can.
remove.
the spirit is working. Okay,
Why did
okay.
God put Lily in this episode, man? This must
Yeah,
be
what is he
something
trying to
here.
say?
It's a sign. It's a sign. I'm replacing David. Well, I guess the
Oh, that's
Navy.
what's
No.
happening. David's
That's
going to
what's
the Navy,
happening.
yeah.
That's what's happening.
Ah,
Sorry, I
God.
will see
God
that in
has
his revealed
revealed
will.
God.
his
Praise
will to
God.
us.
Where do I
Oh
see
man.
that?
Because
Lily had a
Lily.
question
Okay, so
before
for
we started the
context. Oh,
podcast.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
no. Hey, no, it's
No,
your question. Your question, man. Go.
no. After you. No, just to give some context, like me and David talked about this before because I went on a date to Elevation concert. And I believe the big three is Elevation, Hillsong, and what's the other one? Bethel? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So going into Christian liberties, should I have supported Elevation when some of their theology is very, yeah.
And I feel like
Yeah, question.
whoever has this question has always talked to David. It was like, what do you think about the big three? And it's like, yeah, I was talking to David about it, and he doesn't. Yeah, I'll let him.
It's not.
It's just people around here in the local area like to talk about it with me. So it's just because it's like, I don't know. It's different from what they're used to, I guess. Or maybe they've heard about it, but I don't know. It's just to hear an actual person talk about it. I don't know. Like, I mean, besides the Elevation concert, for example, Lily's church, Elevate, I was thankful they invited me to go listen to a Brandon Phil Wickman concert because there were tickets available. And so at first, to be honest with you, I was like, I don't want to go. I was like, I don't care too much about either the artists. Like, it's not that I hate them, it's just I don't like listen to them that much. So it's like no reason for me to go.
Phil is gonna be the godfather of my children, by the way. So like this is really hurts. Anyway, then.
Not Will Wickham.
Will Wickham.
Okay, continue.
Phil Wickham, I listened to more than Green and Lake
Yeah,
for sure.
Will Wickham's good.
And so, but then I just went because like, hey, it's free, and I haven't seen Elevate people in a long time, so I was like, let's go. And so I went, and I took like this whole full car with me, like Lily and her friends and whoever, and then after the concert, even before the concert, we just talked about worship in general. But after the concert, we were talking about the concert itself and what we thought about it. And Sarah thought some aspects that was more showcasing, like performance kind of thing, which is normal, I guess, in a concert. And then there's other parts where like, we appreciated some of the songs and the things they did and, all of that stuff. And so we had a good talk and eventually transitioned into, what we think about corporate worship because most of the people that were in my car were in the worship team. So like whether it be leading worship, what's the details, intricacies, the program, technical things like ad libs and things like that. What do you think about that? Or and then it led into the big three, which is Elevation, Bethel, and Hillsong. And I guess I could share. I don't know. For me, I used to be really gung ho about I don't like the big three. Like I won't sing their songs. I wasn't always like that, but I think maybe like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, I wasn't into it. And so that was a huge discussion for us. And so I think that's what Lee wants to talk about. It's like, what do we think about the big three? I guess in terms of even though their theology might be flawed and false, even should we still sing their songs and even just I think sing their songs. I think we'll start there.
Wait,
Like-
before we get to that, you said theology bad.
Yeah.
Some people may not know that. So like, can you give examples about like what does Hillsong think? Like what's heresy? What do they think?
So this you probably need your own research, but from my understanding so far, right? Some I think either Bethel or Hillsong advocate for homosexuality, or even Elevation. Stephen Furtick, I'm not a fan of. There's times where he speaks good things. I used to follow him really well, actually, and there's just some things I see about like being a small god, or like NAR, New Apostolic Reformation. People think we can be apostles, or that things like that. That we have the gifts that the Holy Spirit has allowed. Like I don't know. I guess Andrew can talk more on it because if he knows more. But that's my understanding. It's like homosexuality, advocating for it, or even what's it called, being a small god. Like we could be God, I guess, and things like that. There might be more, but need to do our own research on that.
Yeah, New Apostolic Reformation is a big one. I really don't know that much. I think they're into Word of Faith. So that's like another like kind of worldly thing. To me, it toes with like manifesting. But they, obviously they're like more big on like my words manifested. And so Word of Faith is like, yeah, we believe in Jesus Christ and now our words have power to heal and stuff like that. And like, okay, like I believe the Holy Spirit can and does, but like they're like focusing so much that it's on your physical word or like, whatever thing like that. And so yeah, I don't think that's just I don't know. I don't think this is right. So I tend to stay away from that. Man, I can't remember one of the songs, but yeah, I was like, whenever I open my mouth, like, they shout down like,
"Don't come out.
I
I have the authority."
something or yeah. So like to me that's kind of like word of faith type of stuff. It's like yeah, and like strongholds and things will fall down, but it's not by my word of faith. It's by the Holy Spirit, and I can say it or not, and God can still do it or not. So there's kind of like things like that. So I really don't know that much. As David says, you should look into it. But yeah, that's just kind of like a little bit of context for the bigger, more mainstream churches. You want to kind of like examine their theology and then find out, I guess, what works, and then that's why we call it Christian liberty, since we don't know if it's breaking the law. So it's like, what is right? What is good? What is profitable? What is wise for us to do? And that's just for us to kind of like figure it out, I guess. But yeah, what do you think about it, David? Since you're the go-to guy, everyone.
So I don't even have that much experience, but here's the thing about Bethel. I remember back then, like so I think what's her name? Jen Johnson? Is that Bethel's worship team leader? I don't know. One of the Johnsons. There's so many Johnsons. There's Bill Johnson, Jen Johnson. I don't know all these people. two of the worship leaders, they had a miscarriage, and so their baby passed away, right, basically. And so after that, they had a full week of prayer and worship just to ask for God to revive the baby. And for me, I was like a baby Christian at the time. I was like, is that good or is that wrong? I was like, I don't know. Is that possible? Like, I mean, anything's possible, right, with God? And so I was like, okay, so is this wrong to do, or is this okay? And I don't know. But overall, when I think about that, I just think, I guess this is like not really considered like you can like nuance of like false, if you want to call it false theology, but it didn't sit right with me, in terms of everything if God is sovereign, then everything has been planned for, right? And so everything, even a miscarriage, anything should lead us back to God. And so I think with that's for that situation at least. With Bethel, Elevation, Stephen Furtick, there's this clip. He says, "I am God Almighty," whatever the one that everyone listens to is like, "I am God Almighty," or something like that. Like, it's pretty funny when you see it. But to me, Stephen Furtick, it seems like he's died down. I don't know if he's repentant or not, but it seems he's died down. I see. But from my understanding, everything I got from the big three, I actually used to sing the big three a lot, songs during worship. My aunt was against, like, she was like, no, 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 no. And so I just went off her word, and I didn't really do much research on my own. But when I see things like small things, it didn't sit well with me, then I just assumed, yeah. So even me, I think I should research more into it too. But when I see things like homosexuality and things like that, to me, that's kind of a clear sign. So
What do you think of how should we use their music?
music, nowadays, I'm whatever to it. As a worship leader, I won't push for the songs, as in I won't go out of my way. But if it fits, it fits. The message. Does that make sense? This week we're singing "From the Inside Out." That's Hillsong. I'm
Yeah, that's good.
yeah. I can't. You can't drop my cornerstone. My Christ is enough. You know what I'm saying? Or things like that. And so, I won't push for them. But if I listen to them or if I sing their songs, I understand as a Christian, as in my discernment, that the churches themselves aren't good. So I won't lean to that. But as a worship leader, it is our responsibility to seek truth and spread truth. And so maybe in things like, is it wise to sing their songs because maybe a new believer, even an unbeliever, would like their song and go straight to the source. Like, oh, I love this song from Hillsong. Oh, it's from Hillsong? Okay, I check out Hillsong. And then from there on, because we sing their songs, they might think we advocate for it, their church and their theology. And so that's the danger I think most people would think of, who lean away from the big three. And for me, I get that. And I'll take that into consideration for sure. And so I think Andrew, he said sometimes he does like a remark after he sings a song. And he's like, by the way, I don't advocate for
I've never done it on stage. Okay. So I've like,
By
we've
the
done songs.
way.
Yeah, no. That's not where it
In
belongs.
the middle of the
right?
prayer.
Yeah,
It was like he's praying like, and Lord, please make sure none of these people search up this man.
And I pray for the repentance of the Bethel Church.
Right.
No, yeah, like people come after me and like, oh, what's that song that we sang today? Like, who's it from? And like, oh, it's from this place like Belonging Co. But you should be careful like when you look into it, okay? Just like, you know what to do. And that's like to people who are like pretty strong. Other people, if they're like not, I was just like, oh, it's Belonging Company, but yeah, just be careful. I then I'll tell them, like, I personally wouldn't like dig around too much. Like this song I sang because I thought it's fine, but anything else, like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, so David, would you pay then? Would you go on a concert or a big three if you're invited, or
Asked out on a date.
Free? I don't know. No, I would go. I'll say it right here. I would go.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
I would
big.
go. I used to say no, but I would do it to experience. Because you might think it's like supporting them and paying their ticket and everything, but which it is, but
Yeah,
I
you're not
would go
helping yourself.
to experience. You know, I'm 50-50, but I would go
Yeah.
to experience. Reason being because, you know, I think with anything, even if it's the big three, even if it's City of Light, even if it's, you know, things like that, you have to test everything. Just test the spirits. Go back to God's word. At any word, anything, any opinion, even us, Lily, even anything like that, you always have to go back to God's word. That's the main authority. That's the line you draw. Okay. And then from there, you draw your own conviction that the spirit has placed on you. You know, you can't just go off of anything. And so, even if it's good bands, even if it's bad bands, you have to test everything. And so, with going to their concerts, I want to go because to experience what westernized culture, CCM, and like people, and the majority of Christians nowadays see as worship, and from there draw my own conviction or whatever to find a conclusion. And it is dangerous that I don't want to support them, but hey, I mean, kind of want to experience it. The same way, like, have y'all ever gone to like a charismatic church
No.
or like a Pentecostal church or like things like a Catholic
No.
church, you know? So things like that.
No.
But that's only because, not saying I'm strong enough, but like I'm aware now, like what is right and what is wrong based off God's word. And so I can go into that, I guess, battlefield and hopefully trust in the spirit that anything bad, the spirit will take out. Anything good, he'll bring it in. So that's my take on that.
Interesting.
See what you say now?
No, like
I would only go to
think-
like 2 concerts, 3 concerts now.
Veggie
And-
Tales don't have concerts. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, yeah.
They're dead.
get them.
I would only go to 3 concerts, and nah, Hillsong. But it's not because I don't want to experience it, but their music is all right.
I don't know
It's
anything
alright.
about new Hillsong, by the way. I don't know any new songs. I think the latest song I
Yeah,
heard
me
was like,
neither.
was it New Wine or something? That's it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
old, bro.
That's all.
Oh,
Okay.
shoot.
That's pretty old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still do Who You Say I Am. That's like 2021,
Okay.
right?
My
Yeah.
one of my Hillsong has one of my favorites. It's came to rescue.
Came to my
Came to my
rescue.
rescue.
Came to my rescue.
One
Yeah.
of his favorites, guys. Yeah.
Okay. I personally avoid those. I'm not like, but like I'll still have like songs that I know are good, but I'm not searching. I'm not like, Hillsong uploaded a new song. Oh boy, here we
Hey,
go.
wake
Here we
up.
go again.
Wake up.
New heresy. Just no. Okay.
New heresy just dropped.
Yeah,
Oh,
but like I've even like sometimes I like question whether I should have it on my playlist because like I'm supporting them by like having it on my Spotify. I'm like, oh, that's such a good song though. But like if it's on worship, like I'm choosing. I'm vibing to it if it's like a good song, good holy Christian song. But if I'm like on the team to choose a song, they're definitely not my first choice. And like all their songs have like there are other songs that could work with the same message. I think. Maybe if you're like really specific with the message, then you can, but yeah.
yeah. To speak on the concert, because it was actually pretty good. Like, I can't lie, it was pretty good. But I came into it with a lot of not hesitation, but I was ready. I was on guard, because I talked with David. I also talked to Sensei, which, by the way, we're talking about Kayla. Shout out to Kayla.
Oh.
We're not supposed Yeah, so I talked to a lot of people about it because, whenever you usually tell your Christian community that you're going to an Elevation concert, usually the topic comes up. So yeah, Stephen Furtick did preach and stuff, and from my own understanding and discernment, he really did stick to straightforward gospel. So in my head, like no, yeah, there were no gray areas. Like I really think he stuck to the truth, the word of God. So really appreciate that. I know like still hesitant on like where the money goes, and that I'm still working out. But in general, I do think like God can work through broken people in a sense. So it's like, of course, important for us to do our due diligence on who we support. But ultimately, I think I gained from God that night. So like seeing it not as the person, like what you were saying about, oh, you're not waiting for Hillsong to release a song, but like if Hillsong's song does come up and you hear God speaking to you through it, His truth in it, then yeah, I would say it's a good song. I would listen to it. I'd worship to it. Yeah, that's my take.
To be fair, we do not act like it's just for the big three. Literally every single time well, at least for me, every single time I hear a sermon, I'm already like, okay, is this God's word? Do I need to like reevaluate it? Like even at my own church, when we go to a different church, not just big three. Like this is just, I do it all the time. I'm an overthinker. I like to overthink their sermons. Like, is this God's word? Checks out. Okay.
Mm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, so like for me, I don't really have a big thing against the big three musically. I think there are way better songs, and that's because like if I ask you to like, you know, recall something, you're gonna remember the lyric to a song before you remember the scripture that it comes from. And it's just kind of how modern church is right now. It's like the song is catchier, we listen to it in the car, or you know, we jam out to it. We remember it. You know, we remember it before we remember things from our Bible. And that's not like a judgment call, but that's just how it is. And so that's why I'm like, man, what if our songs and the lyrics that we sang were like so inspired by the word of God and like just better, you know? And then it's like, you know, I want to push that, you know. So that's why I like City of Light. I like hymns and other things better than like the big like CCM type of things where a lot of it's like feelings and emotion based. You know, some of them are good response songs. Like I have no problem with I love Gratitude by Brandon Lake. Like I think it's such a good song. Um like I love that
Wait,
type of
really?
songs, but like it has its place in a worship set, right? Like if that's all we're doing, then
Mm.
you know, it's I don't know, it's not really doing much for the believer, I think, when they get that. So like in my personal worship, like I'll sing a very like heavy theological song praising God about this characteristic or something. And I'll end the song with gratitude, you know, just the chorus. Because it's like, all right, here's who God is, and we're like, you know, getting everything from it. And then my response is like, I got nothing to do but, you know, praise God, you know, with my song, you know. So I like doing things like that. But if that's everything that we do, then we're missing out. So that's why I really like pushing like City of Light, now like the Gettys and stuff, hymns, because they're just theologically rich. We need that. That has to be there. And so they're just better at it than CCM. Um, and then like sometimes like as we talk about the spiritualizing, I think CCM spiritualizes everything too. There's a song like I think it's like God is God, I need you or something. You know, I don't remember the name, but it's like I'm calling on the God of Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
same
it's like,
God.
okay, same God. There you go.
Oh dear, I
It's like,
like that
yeah,
song a lot.
dude, we sing it at church, and I do. It's a really catchy song, and I like it. But it's like I'm not gonna try to spiritualize everything. It's like there's one part where it's like talking about like David and Goliath, and like God's like doing something. It's like yeah, it's like I may not fight something, but I have my own giants. It's like cool. Like
Cool.
you're making
Cool,
connections.
bro.
You're making connections, but like not everything is a David and Goliath situation. You know what I mean? And I think that's just sometimes the song is pushing these things that it's not shouldn't be pushing. So there's stuff like that, and doesn't mean that I haven't sung "Same God" at church for worship. I just think sometimes there are better songs, and I want those songs rather than these.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah. So that
Save
said,
it. Save it.
Sorry, wait, is Same God the one that goes yesterday and today? That
no, I don't think so.
Is it the same
It's like,
God that
oh
can mountain from the grave? The same God.
no,
oh, that's different.
like okay,
Yeah.
It's a different one. Never mind.
Oh, that's elevation. Oh God, my God, I need you. Oh God,
yeah, oh
I
God, oh
need
God,
you
I need.
now.
You.
God, I need you now.
Oh, okay, so
I,
different
yeah,
song.
I like it. It like it's catchy, it's good. It's fine to me. It's just like if that's everything, we're gonna spiritualize everything and put everything in a box. Like it's David Goliath, it's Jacob. You know, it's God leading us out of Egypt and
Egypt.
away from slavery. You know, it's like man, it's not everything. You know, it's not. It's a. It's in the Bible. It's for us. But I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say. Not everything is that
Uh-huh.
situation.
Yes.
You know.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so yeah,
Just
I just think other songs are better. So
right.
when it comes to concerts, I don't like them. I'm not a very big concert guy.
Yes.
And so especially when it comes to Christian music, because I know that I've already fallen into the trap before that I thought like, man, this is worship. This is what I want. No, but it's not. It's like that's not what we're gonna get at church, right? Unless you go to a mega church, I guess. But like, I don't know. We can fall easily into the trap and think this is worship, but it's not. It's a concert, and they might preach the gospel and stuff, and that's good. But like, this is not my expectation from corporate worship. You know, and I think people will fall into that trap. And so I've done it before. I've gone to like Hillsong and stuff. But nowadays, no, not so much. I know it's just a concert. They're trying to get money. They're trying to sell you something as well. Like perpetuate their. I don't want to say ministry, but if I didn't say ministry, it would. I feel like I'd be really jaded. But it's a business. They're trying to make money too. So they can fall into that trap of
Right.
putting something before. So
Right.
yeah. So I wouldn't go to a concert personally, even if it was free. I would be like, nah, it's just concert's just not my thing. But it doesn't mean that like I think it's wrong too. You know what I mean? It's like if you want to go, go. I'm not a really big person who's like, oh no, you shouldn't even support them with your money. I'm like, I don't know, if you listen to them on Spotify or something, don't they get a
Yeah.
kickback or something? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
how like
Convicted are you like to like
convicted are you to do that? And I'm like, I'm not. I don't think so.
right.
Like literally, like if you preach the gospel, that's awesome. Like if Philippians 1, Paul says the same thing. Like some people preach for the wrong reasons, but he rejoices because the gospel is
Solace.
preached. Oh, you remember that for Salas?
I remember that from Solace.
I just read it a few hours ago for my devotion. So like it was like on my head.
That was
But yeah,
from. Okay, yeah.
but yeah.
Solace. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Salas says, I love that too. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Solace is not a corporate worship song. Like,
No,
It could be.
not actually they
I
are
mean,
making a worship album. So
yeah, it could
maybe
be.
it's
That's
meant
why
to
I'm so
be.
excited.
It's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Yeah. I agree with everything y'all said. So,
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the big three. I think some people are
right.
afraid. It's
Afraid is different term.
like if we, I don't know. Maybe this is my spicy take with some people. It's like I don't know if we teach our churchgoers and we show them the truth and they know how to discern for themselves,
Right.
and like I don't need to shelter them and protect them so much from the music of other churches. But I get why people are afraid or will like set that conviction for them and like not at all. I get that. Like it makes sense to me. It's just like for me, not so much.
I don't know. The fear is like thinking you're saved and not actually being saved. So you just feel all that emotion in that moment from that song. Oh, that song was so good. I love God. God is so good.
Yeah.
But then you're not changed. You're not doing anything different. Then and you still think you're saved, then that's like a big fear if that's happening.
Yeah. And that's why so that music has to come hand in hand in corporate worship with the preaching of God's word. And so if the preacher is good and understands that, not everyone's going to be saved, he's going to preach the gospel and make sure people know. That's, TV is really big on that, right? So I think when it goes hand in hand and you got a good preacher who understands the condition of his congregation, and then you have a worship team, like they can work together and, not be afraid of, CCM or the big three.
Right. Yeah, like our service and everything we do, how does it reflect the gospel, the Great Commission? It's like how from announcements to worship to preaching to everything, how does it how do people see Jesus and our sin and the response aspect? So yeah. But yeah, I used to be really gung ho against big three, but I'm indifferent to it now. I still have them on my playlist. I'm not like deleting them all, like I guess.
They
But
have good songs, man. They do have some good ones.
How are you gonna get rid of Crimson?
how do you get? Yeah, So it's still there. It's just as a worship leader, I won't push for it. But if we sing it, we sing it. But just being aware of the people you're leading and the dangers behind it. So just be careful. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Like God still uses, for whatever reason, those songwriters, to carry a message, even though they are flawed or have bad theology or whatever. It's like, I don't know how God does it. He just does it.
Have y'all ever read Habakkuk?
Habakkuk.
What?
It's actually Habakkuk. But anyways.
Habakkuk? Is that
Habakkuk? Yeah.
Habakkuk?
Anyways.
Is that like Jungkook or something? His brother?
It's the book of the Bible.
What's that?
The book of a Bible.
Oh man.
Hey,
Wait, were you serious, Ethan?
I've actually never heard of them.
Oh,
I can lie.
yeah.
That is not a popular book of the Bible.
Yeah, it is not. It is not. It's
Like
like 3
Micah.
pages long.
Like
But
Micah or
he's
something.
he's a minor prophet, and his whole book is like him crying out to God about Israel, or like his people. They're about to get taken over by the Canaanites, like they're mortal enemies, right? And then he's asking God, like, what are you going to do here? What's your plan? And God answers him and says, I'm going to use the Canaanites to, like, basically bring justice on the Israelites because they've been pretty disobedient to God. But the Canaanites are even worse people. And it's this whole question of, like, so God uses, people who are doing, I don't know, murder, they're worshiping other gods, all that stuff, to punish his own people, even though they're not as bad, as like that type of thing. So once again, it's like God's will, but he can still use bad things for his good, bad people for his good.
Yeah. Like, didn't like a non-Christian write Amazing Grace or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
That sounds believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
America. Interesting.
Yeah, he just does whatever he wants to, God just he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a long episode. Long episode.
Dang it. I was gonna
Oh, okay. No. Go.
Well, then I just have a question. Like, should we put them in the same group? I get everyone is flawed, but like for example, isn't in scripture someone says, like, I think it's in Galatians, like, false teachers are anathema, even, like, in that sense. So should we? I get that God can use evil for good, in the same way that we intended something to be evil, but God can use it for good. But in the same way, like, I've heard the argument, like, to keep the same judgment, as if, like, for example, if Target pushes for homosexuality, then we buy things from Target, or in the same way that Elevation preaches a false gospel, or whoever preaches a gospel, and we support them in their songs. But then I was thinking, like, wouldn't the agenda be different and the classification be different? Because their agenda for Elevation is like, okay, and we have to go back to, like, what is a false teacher, right? Is there someone who just strictly preaches wrong theology? No, because no theology is perfect. But understanding that false teacher is the one that champions and is unrepentant, even though it's so clear in God's word. That's what I think a false teacher is. And they champion it and they preach that. So Target wouldn't fall in that category because they don't know Christ and they're not like, I mean, that Target, the eye dog, you know?
They're just trying to make money. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, should we put that same classification
Like,
and
because a
false teachers
company
and
because a
no, false
company, like,
teachers and
isn't
everything,
Christian
everyone else. False teachers is in the same category as
Target? Or
yeah,
like a
sure, Target, McDonald's,
corporation?
like corporations that we support or whatnot. And should we keep that same eye, like judgment to everyone
So,
else? Yeah.
So like
Oh.
secular music versus listening to the big three, are those on the same level?
Right. Like, I don't know. Cause
Or
then
like you see like a company's Twitter, they have like the gay pride flag. That's like a common one now. It's like Pride Month's here, they got the gay pride flag up. Do you still support them even though they're not like a Christian organization, but
right. So we can't
they
put them in the same category classification as Elevation or Bethel because it's just two different things to me. For me. So I don't know.
Mhm.
We're all sinners. I get that. And we're all broken people. But then should we put the same classification as false teachers and unbelievers who know nothing about Christ? So I don't know.
I don't know what the word of God has to say about that. So here's just gonna be my rationalization of it. It's like I can't avoid everything, you know. It's like okay, like for example, like Nike or something, and they do like the pride. It's like, oh, we shouldn't support that. Um, but then like another company might not, but then they source their like manufacturing and okay, it's in China and they got underage or slave labor and stuff like that. It's like if you want to dig, you're gonna find like sin and like dirtiness everywhere, and I can't live that way, because then I would just be nothing. I would consume nothing. I would just
You're a monk.
yeah. It's
okay,
like
then how is it different from like a
so
false
I'm saying
teacher?
okay, so like for that, it's like I can't live in a consistent manner where I would feel good. So then I just kind of like if I can help it, I will help it. But if I can't help it, then it's like, my money's just gonna go to Amazon because I need to get this thing. And I'm sorry if they use like slave labor or, promote other things. It's just sometimes I can't. I don't know, help it. I can't live consistently in that sense. So I don't know. To me, that's just my stance. But then now when it comes to like false teaching and stuff, I'm going to separate songs from the church. So a songwriter can write a perfectly fine song, and I have no problem with it if they're from like Bethel or something. But it also means like not all their songs hit. Some of the songs I don't listen to or think is good, so I don't perpetuate it. But I think for me, the way I rationalize it is that it's separate from, I don't know, the church and its thinking or its teaching. I see that definitely the danger that it will point you to the church, right? So like you go to like the Elevation concert and he preaches the gospel and you believe in Jesus Christ, then it's like, okay, now I'm going to go to Elevation's church because that's where I heard the preaching, and then that's where like they get you. You know what I mean? Uh, that might be a jaded view, but that's how I think about it. Um, so I don't know. I can separate the song from the church and I'll be okay. I definitely don't support anything what the church does, I guess. But I don't know. In my head, I can move the song away from it.
It's like association.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. People might not agree with that, but it's just, I'm okay with it, I guess. Like, yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I avoid when I can. If I can't, whatever. I know where I stand. I know where I stand. Kind of deal.
Yeah, like if we got a pastor or something in here, I'm sure they'll have a different take because they're trying to protect the flock, um, and stuff like that, and they might have a bigger conviction about that. And I understand that point. Like I won't argue against it. Say if that's how you want to do it, that's perfectly fine with me. And if you know you invite me to your church or do something like, then I'll respect. I won't fight the other way or something. I'll respect it. It's just personally in my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any last second thoughts on what we talked about? Any last second questions? Anything digging inside you?
Let me check the list. Um. Okay.
David, just take a
No,
bite
you
out
don't.
of
You
your
don't have
burrito.
to. That's wild. My man's has. I thought he was
I've
done.
had this burrito since like 7:30.
Bro.
I thought he was done. I thought he was finished.
No, I wasn't talking too much.
Okay,
Oh yeah, that's
talking too
awful.
much. I don't think you were. Okay, but whatever. Whatever. This has been maybe not a long episode for you guys, but a long episode for us. So, Lily, you want to plug anything? You want to?
I get to
Wow.
I
plug
don't know.
things?
Yeah,
Oh.
to our 50 viewers.
That's
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I
Yeah.
know. I
Wow,
know.
I'm on the
Whoa.
wow.
Yo, you're
Wow,
about to get
49.
social
49
media
she's here.
famous.
Oh man, oh man.
Yeah, honestly though, anything?
Yeah, at J1ST phase on Instagram. Yeah, my Elevate Community Church gals. Which I will definitely be plugging y'all in our chat if I'm allowed to.
Yeah, just
Mutual.
put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Oh man, but yeah, thank you guys for having me. Ouch. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I don't think the mic caught that, but it's all right.
No, that's good.
No, I'm just. But yeah, I hope I can come back on a very soon episode. Right. Yeah, thank you guys for the fruitful talk. It was a good night. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, this is the portable couch leaving the station. All right. That's the outro we have now.
We're living with it.
Yeah.
We've lost. So
We're
much.
now a train. The portable couch is leaving the station. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Well, I'll say bye. 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 You little lads.
Bye.